The Key of Faith, Katie's Brave Journey. Deep in the heart of Louisiana, where the oak trees draped themselves in Spanish moss, lived a mother named Katie. Her heart was a vast garden where 4 beautiful flowers grew. Her oldest son, Zane, her adventurous son, Traeger, and her twin daughters, Aurora and Eva. Their home was filled with the scent of gumbo and the sound of laughter. Katie taught them that no matter how big the world seemed, God's love was always bigger. But a shadow fell over their sunny garden. Katie had to travel far away to a place called Lawrence County. There, she encountered a great glass maze, a building of cold stone and endless windows where people followed rules that didn't always make sense. The system there was like a tangled thicket of thorns, and it pulled her children away from her side. The maze seemed designed to keep them apart, built by hands that had forgotten the language of love. While Katie stayed in the valley of the maze, Zane and Traeger had to be brave. Zane, being the eldest, took Traeger's hand. "Don't worry," Zane whispered as they looked out at the unfamiliar stars. "Mom told us that the same God who watches the bayou watches us here. She is coming for us. She never gives up." They held on to that promise like a secret treasure, keeping their spirits bright even when the rooms felt cold. In another room, the twins, Aurora and Eva, were like 2 mirrors of hope. When Aurora felt a tear start to fall, Eva would catch it. When Eva felt lonely, Aurora would sing the songs their mother used to hum. They were identical in face and identical in courage. "We are the daughters of a warrior," Aurora said, and Eva nodded, their hands locked tight so they would never feel truly alone. Katie didn't fight with swords or shields. She fought with the truth and a heart full of faith. Every day, she walked through the great glass maze, speaking to the people behind the desks. Even when they turned their backs or whispered mean words meant to destroy her spirit, Katie stood tall. She knew that what was meant for evil, God could turn into something beautiful. She prayed for the strength to break the thorns for every family, not just her own. The battle lasted a long time, and the shadows in Lawrence County grew long. But Katie's faith was like a sunrise that no wall could block. She gathered her evidence, she spoke her prayers, and she told the truth until the very foundations of the great glass maze began to tremble. The system of thorns couldn't withstand the persistent fire of a mother's love. Slowly, the glass began to clear, and the truth shone through. The day finally came when the heavy doors swung open. Traeger was the first to see her. He didn't just walk, he flew into her arms. "I knew you'd find us, Mom," he cried. Katie held him so tight, feeling the weight of the months apart melting away. The thorns were finally breaking, and the garden was beginning to bloom once more in the middle of the cold county. Then came Zane and Eva. Zane walked with the pride of a boy who had kept his promise to be strong, and Eva ran with her pigtails flying behind her. Zane watched with a smile as Eva reached them first. The family was stitching itself back together, one hug at a time. The people in the building watched, and for the first time in a long time, many of them felt their own hearts begin to soften. Finally, Aurora joined the circle. Katie gathered all 4 of them, her Zane, her Traeger, her Aurora, and her Eva. They stood together in the light of a new day. Katie looked at her children and knew that the journey had changed them, but it hadn't broken them. They were stronger now, forged in the fire and cooled by the waters of faith. The victory was complete. But Katie's story didn't end with her own joy. Because she had fought so hard, the path was now open for others. She met another mother named Mirabelle, who had also been lost in the maze. Katie took Mirabelle's hand and shared the light. One by one, families in Lawrence County were reunited. What was meant to destroy had become the foundation for a great restoration. Louisiana's daughter had brought the sunshine with her, and it was never going away.